as the wheels turn. Every Thursday night we pedaling as the wheels turn. Racing through the streets and through the hills as the wheels turn. Every Thursday night we pedaling as the wheels turn. Streaming live with ORDONEZ, so yes.
A pleasant good night, cycling fans and supporters. Welcome to the 130th. DWAYNE, my co-host, welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Another night of cycling talk. I mean, like Thursday come very quickly. I don't know, like I just go sleep and next day at Thursday again.
You know, that's because you're so excited to be a part of this and to share your passion, your excitement with the viewing public, which is a good thing, right?
Yeah, I tell the guys, watch a close on, I have to go.
Yeah.
And I drive up and I say, man, I might be late tonight, whatever, right? Yeah. You know, but you know, we are here.
Yeah, and as the show ends, we already start working on next week's, right? So
next week will be interesting too.
Yes, big things happening in cycling.
Yes.
But take it away, because I know you have the usual lots of fun stuff and birthdays.
Yes, a lot of fun stuff.
Some not too fun stuff, but go for it.
Yes, so we want to welcome all our viewers wherever you are. Thank you for tuning in on this cycling talk show every Thursday night, the 130th. Want to big up each and everyone, you know, who take the time out to continue to support us. So remember to like and subscribe to the channel. That way, how we grow already.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We start out usually paying respect to people who pass away, and we must report that our cycling president, Mr. Glenn Flowers, lost his brother. His name is Ivan Flowers Jr. So we want to say condolences to the entire Flowers family, especially Mr. Glenn. He's the president of the Cycling Federation Belize, and so our prayers with him and his entire family.
Certainly.
Yeah. So we don't like report on these, but we celebrate people's life. That's what we do. We celebrate people's life. That's the world. People continue to die, and so we have to celebrate their lives. So, and our prayers with you, Mr. Glenn, and your entire family. So, yes, we must say, may he rest in peace and rise in glory.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We move on to birthday wishes. Now, how this birthday thing works? There's so much people birthday, so the who birthday one day for Thursday to the next Thursday.
Okay.
After next week, then we call out. So we have some special people who birthday next week, but for the name and call out next week, right?
Perfect.
So we go from Thursday to Thursday,
okay.
right? So
no
because
problem.
some people want to jump the gun and say, well, my birthday is so sorry. So.
But it seems like May quite a popular month.
Boy, well, a lot of people birthday.
Yes.
What much thing I have here for birthday?
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
let me start out.
I want to personally say that May is the best month of the year. I might or might not be a little bit biased, but I just kind of want to put that out there, guys.
Well, I know a certain person who agree with you, totally agree with you. I'm not calling name, but that person they watch right now.
Okay. Yeah, and that person next week, no?
That person next week.
All right.
Yeah.
So we left that till next week.
Right. Yeah.
Very, very special person.
Very special person.
Excellent.
Well, let's start out with the birthday greetings. We have young Ara Belgrave. Young Ara Belgrave, my neighbor.
Okay.
So happy birthday, Ara. We have Sheffield Ek, Busha.
Busha.
Birthday is today.
Today.
The
16th.
Yep.
Okay. Excellent. Happy birthday, Busha.
We have Miss Alice.
So I wonder how old is Busha, because you know what I typically do on my birthday is however old I do that amount of miles.
Around miles, okay.
So I wonder if Busha got out this morning and do his
27 miles.
Well,
his 20 plus miles, no?
I know Miss Kirsten Sibarana's son's birthday is sometime in the week. So Miss Kirsten, I remember the name of your son, so maybe I could put it up on the next when happy birthday to your son. Fitzgerald Palace Joseph, birthday was Sunday. So happy birthday, Fitzgerald Palace Joseph. We have
Palace used to have a birthday race. We got to bring that back.
Yeah. We have Leon Oliveira Jr. My son, he grew up with us today also we have like three special. There's so much special birthday, but we have no other than D-Wade birthday is tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow that is.
So big up yourself, D-Wade.
Thanks.
Happy birthday.
The big 5-0.
The big so
Yeah.
you're turning the big 5-0 tomorrow. Okay,
Yeah,
so
the big-
officially.
the big 50th. Yeah.
So you officially joined the well, actually I jumped 60 now, so you're joined the 50 plus.
Yeah. Well, 50 plus. Technically, I was since I was 1st of January with the
You're
cycling, but officially,
Yeah. So they can't stop you for riding no race. You're 50 now,
well,
so
yeah. And I feel, you know what, Donis, I feel blessed in order to get older. I know a lot of people are like, can I get older? I mean, I look forward to birthdays. I like birthdays.
Well, I look at life that it's just another day. So I need worry about like that I get older. I know I get older, but it doesn't matter to me. It's life.
Yeah,
it's life,
but for me, I like celebrate birthdays
yeah.
because that we celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving and all those other days that we just kind of, it's traditional, like you just accept that kind of thing. But birthday, the actual day where we know you're born on a birthday, so kind of make it special.
We have Mia Camille Thompson, that are the daughter of Miss Rita Thompson.
She's today.
Today is Mia's birthday, so happy birthday, Mia. Now we move on to George. Maybe I have this picture of Israeli. I hope I have the names pronounced correct. Israeli Gonzalez. It turned 1 year old. That Mr. Gonzalez, beautiful baby. Mr. Gonzalez, beautiful baby. Birthday today. Happy birthday, baby. cute little, sweet little pie.
Yeah.
And then we have the big man in the house. We have Ethan. Birthday. Lee handsome grandson. Ethan.
That was Sunday?
He was Sunday, yeah.
Sunday.
Ethan, the big man, he probably will take over for George later on behind the tech, right? So happy birthday, Ethan. Grandpa love you and grandma and everybody love you. We love you here as a wheel turns.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's it for the birthday greetings.
We have one more.
Oh, one more?
Yes.
See?
May look, I tell you, May the best. May is by far the best month ever.
All right.
I'll send out a heavenly birthday to my sister Irma Wade.
Okay.
And her birthday is today.
Okay,
Yeah,
heavenly
May
birthday.
16th.
All right, great. Yeah, so we have some announcements to make. But we have some results of races, and I think maybe
we do
pass that on.
Yes,
absolutely. And then we'll talk about the upcoming races.
So I want to start with what race we want to start with first.
So the first was the Syria race on Saturday.
Yep, yeah. Syria race this past Saturday. So let's jump into that. George, you got some flyers to put up there?
Pictures.
Or pictures?
Pictures.
Yeah,
the rotate sheet.
You want to pause it for you?
Who's that?
Miss Beverly Price.
Happy birthday, Miss Beverly Price. Happy birthday.
So, yep. Yeah, so Syria races this past Saturday in the elite category. The first place was Goran Gabriel. Second went to Philip Leslie. And third was Fitzgerald Joseph. 40 plus was Greville Young. 50 plus was Palace. And the non-elite was
Emery
Gill. Emery's been riding pretty good, so
yep.
Congratulations to him. And junior was Devin Major. 60 plus, they had a 60 plus as
60
well.
Plus, yeah.
Mr. Willisey, Isaiah Willisey. Female category went to none other than Kaya Katus. And that rounded off the Saturday C-Ray podium.
And then they have Saturday again, C-Race on Saturday coming up.
Yep, this coming Saturday as well is another C-Ray launch to go.
Yeah.
Right? Yep, and then we had the Griga race.
The Griga race, right.
Which was the Mother's Day.
Yeah, Nadies?
Yeah, and I believe that was the Mother's Day race. What was the name of that race?
Nadies shed something.
Yeah.
Quite a number of riders came out for that event.
Okay. Did you live stream that by chance?
No,
that was Mother's
Day. I had previous appointment.
Yeah, commitment. No?
Commitment. Yeah.
Excellent.
But Griga did do some kind of streaming, so we were able to see that. So big up yourself, Griga. Thank you guys for sharing that that race with us.
So let's go to the elite podium for that race. First place, your guy, Fernando Rosado.
Fernando Rosado, I tell you guys, young Fernando Rosado.
Yeah, it looks like second place went to Smokes Gladden, who also double dipped.
Right.
Because he would have been the first A as well. Third was Byron Pope. Fourth, Brandon Morgan.
Yep.
And fifth is, well, the picture, that's Dejan Hyde, but he was standing in.
Oh, standing for
his teammate Ivan Osha.
Oh, Ivan Osha was,
Yeah,
okay.
so congratulations to those guys. Again, Fernando Rosado with the win. Kenroy Smokes Gladden second. Byron Pope third. Brandon Morgan was fourth. And Ivan Osha from Rolling Shutters was fifth. Then we had the, shall we go to the junior category?
Junior.
Yeah, let's do the juniors on that one. So the junior category, no surprise there. Who won?
Guy, man.
Jalen Briseño. The young Jalen Briseño, who is going to actually be a phenomenal elite, I would predict, no?
You know what I want to tell you? I watched so many videos of so many races live, what he and the man have a similar pelling style like Teddy Pogacar. That he had a nice mood, effortless pelling. So he have a real good, nice bike.
Yeah,
bike.
no, he's a high cadence guy too.
Right,
he
exactly.
averaged around 90 RPMs, 92 RPMs, like Pogacar at the same kind
I
of
remember
RPM.
Pogacar used 165 crank per lap.
Yes, and that's why he's spinning that much, you know.
So I hope that some of these guys have to one by 170 and 165.
Yeah, I ride 170 actually,
ride 170,
and I feel the difference because I have 172.5 and then 170, and you're definitely, because when you look at your data,
Yep,
you
sure.
definitely spin more. So yeah, Pogacar is 165, and he's I think he's probably about 5'8", 9.
Okay.
Yeah, so a really short guy. So Jalen, again, no surprise. Keith Enright Jr. was second. Third was Jaheim Lewis. Fourth was Devin Major. And fifth was Richie Rosado. I'm really impressed with this kid. Richie's been riding really well. He's not getting the results as far as winning, but he's always around the podium. I think today he may have gotten first in the Guns Junior, but you know, a lot of times I judge riders not necessarily by their position in these little small races, kind of what he's able to do. So if he translate that and get some good coaching from his team and then translate that into the bigger races, this kid can definitely win big races, Richie.
Well, look at you coming in the footsteps of brother. Remember, your brother, Fernando started the same way and actually move up.
Yep. But I think when Fernando was his age, and Fernando is absolutely matured quite a bit, and he's riding very, very well, as matured as an athlete, no? But and I've been around these guys for quite some time. But at Richie's age, Fernando, I think Richie shows a little bit more promise. Would you agree? Than Fernando. So just imagine Fernando is winning now at the elite level, as long as Richie, you know, continue to develop the way he is, and you know, he's on a good team with some veteran guys like Brandon Morgan who can help him out a little bit. But I like the kid. So I think he'll, when he goes to the elite level, he can definitely be around. So continue, Richie, doing what you're doing, and then the other guys as well. You know, Devin Major. I love to see this group of young. Yes, and if you notice, they're consistently. These are the guys that are on the podium, right? In different order. You know, Jalen happens to win a lot of the races, but these guys are right around. So, you know, big up to the young guys. I always get excited with these young kids because that's the promise, right? In the female category, we have
Chelsea Gillett.
Yes.
Chelsea Gillett first.
I'm not familiar with her.
She's a young lady that always win the race where we have the Marianne Jones.
Okay, so she's out of that kind of youth program, no?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So
she's very talented because she's not trained hard, but she's very talented.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't see her participating in too many of the bigger races. But I mean, this was a fairly tough race, and it looked like the competition was decent based on the podium here.
Right. Yeah.
And she's doing well, so it shows that kind of what you spearhead with the with those youth races and track races. I know Kaya does a nice job with that too. It's actually helping to develop these young ladies and young men. So it's nice to see her, and I know you have some announcement coming up later on as well.
Right. Yeah.
Big news.
Big news. Yeah.
Yeah. Kids should get excited, right?
Exactly.
Yes,
They
yes.
excited.
Second place, is this
Gina Lovell.
Gina Lovell. Good to see her back in cycling,
Yeah.
right? So she used to race quite a bit.
She former champions a lot of events.
Oh, nice, nice, very good. So Gina, continue doing what you're doing. Hopefully you'll find the motivation. Hopefully this podium finish here, second place, give you a little bit more motivation, and you can hit the pavement a little harder and ride some of the big classics, right? Another young lady that's on this podium that I like to see is Fiona.
Fiona Humes.
Fiona Humes. Yeah, she rides a lot. I see her on the road quite a bit through the Boom Road and so forth. So it's nice to see her actually jumping in a race, and congratulations to her.
She actually Fiona Castillo. She's married, so.
Oh,
Fiona,
okay.
Fiona Castillo.
All right,
or
good.
Humes Castillo.
Exactly, good. But it's nice to see a full podium with females. Fourth place went to your.
Yes, young the Terminator. Was,
Yes.
But I really wanted to joke on the live, and if you watch the expression, she was not happy on Sunday.
Miss Ariel.
Yes, she was not happy servicing and you know.
It happens.
Yeah,
So
it happened.
what's your last name again?
Gordon.
Yeah, Ariel Gordon. So, Miss Gordon, if you're listening, these things will happen. You know, as a current racer myself, these things will happen. There are days when everything is not lined up, but champions fight through adversities. You know, find a way to make alliance. If you're not getting service, maybe get a little bit of water or drink from your competitor. Most of the time, they'll share with you.
I will explain to you that the service crew apologized to her.
Sure.
And what happened, they reached at the start of the race late. And so the race actually changed, the route was changed. So it was supposed to go like 12 miles out, and it went 15 miles out.
Yeah.
So the service personnel didn't hear that. And so there was some kind of miscommunication between the service personnel and the officials. And so she was left out there, and she suffered because she didn't have some guys who were out there to support the other young ladies. Said, "Oh yes, Ariel definitely, you know, was left without any kind of service for a while." And you know, but she was pretty upset. But I mean, she apologized to her service team, and the service team also apologized to her and telling, you know, and these things happen. These
Understood.
Things happen.
Yeah.
So we, you know. That's a part of cycling, not a part of sports. You will have your down days, you will have your up days. So, Ariel, hold up your head, and the next young lady receive her bike. So, well, she's not ready to race or anything yet, but Miss, what was her name again? Can't remember. Monsanto, I remember
Her friend, yes.
Monsanto, yeah. But anyway,
so she's a great athlete, a great person. You know, we met her in the studio, so that's not going to keep her back. But just understand, as a young athlete, you'll face adversities. Things will happen, and you put that behind you, and you move on to the next race, and you learn from it. Right? Put some things in place for the next race, and you know, we've all been there.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And I'm sure she's going to bounce back, and the next race we'll probably be talking about her on the number one podium position, right? And then fifth, rounding out the podium, was none other than
young Irene Ibaki.
I know that she's another favorite of yours.
Right.
You've seen her develop.
Yeah, she passed through the shop. She took part in the races too.
Excellent.
And she recently, her coach is you know, urging her along, and she's learning pretty fast. So,
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So yeah, congratulations to all these young women who participated in that Mother's Day race.
Let me call the other two young ladies who rode. We had we had Kelsey Castillo.
Okay.
Rick daughter.
Okay.
And we had the young lady out of Cayo. I think her name is Brandy Zul. So we have to give kudos to these young ladies.
Sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. I have always said that I wanted to see the female category, you know, improve. Grow, because I used to see like two people lining up, two women lining up. It's like that's no fun, you know. From a spectator perspective, it's not fun, and then from riding the race as well for the athlete, that's not fun. But you know, 5 or more and 10, and then the cross country this year was pretty big, right? So it's amazing. Let's keep that momentum going. You know, folks, whatever we can do to help. You know, these, you know, whether it's sponsorship, whether it's, you know, reaching out to the young ladies and encouragement, things like that, let's do that. I know me personally, you know, every year I have my race in memory of my mom. What I do always, guys, is I put a female category in there, and I try to make it appealing with nice trophies for, you know, top 3 finishers, things like that. Give decent prizes and you know, some excitement around it as well.
Right.
And with the younger female cyclists, obviously they'll get school supplies, backpacks and things like that, right? So if we could do more, you know, as the organizers, we can kind of probably do more to encourage them to come out and keep participating, because as we know that sports is, you know, it's a good sports and education. It's a good combination.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yep. So we move on to next race. Was today, right?
Yes.
Yes. Guns, big race.
Big up Mr. Guns. His 3 years anniversary this month. So Mr. Guns, thank you. You know, your help develop the sport. A lot of these guys that are, some people have said that the race into they short, but these are what build the speed, because you see how fast the guys they ride now. You actually help. I mean, the guys and the bigger races and ride the federation race or longer race, but these smaller races, you know, teach them about speed. So
yeah, I wouldn't say they're too short. Me personally, I mean, I think they're perfect. And if they're utilized in the right way, so you come out there like for me, I get out there and I'm aggressive. You know, I get in the front of the race, try to be in the front of the race as much as possible. It doesn't happen all the time, but if you come out there and ride like that, you'll maximize that 1 hour.
Yeah,
right?
but you see this morning, right? You see this
Yes.
morning happen, right? You blow
Yes.
into smithereens, laterally pieces. Yeah.
Exactly. It was a very tough race this morning. Like I was telling people after the race, it was very difficult with the combination of just the speed, the amount of elites that were there, and then the speed that combined with the wind factor. You know, coming out of the link road, that breeze pretty stiff.
Yeah.
And then when you hit the western, going back into the city, that's pretty stiff, right? So, so that's very challenging. So for that 1 hour, believe me, it's definitely worth it. And then a lot of guys, it's a Thursday morning, right? A lot of people have to get back to work and things like that. So it's a quick little touch. Come out there, work on some intervals, you know, get your speed, get your leg speed, get your race speed. And that's the kind of what I use it for. And I try to make as many of these races as possible coming from Boom. But it was 23.2 miles, DWAYNE, average speed. You know, we average, we're just in the back off the front, and we averaged 24.2. Carlton on a solo run.
Boy, that man gonna like a madman this
Yes.
man. Mr. Gon said something on the live, and I have to agree that Carlton is the #1 rider in our country at this moment. He have proven that he got what it takes. So he's definitely, I call him one of the he's the #1 rider at this moment.
A couple weeks ago I said arguably he was the #1 rider, but now he's definitely the #1 rider,
Right.
without any argue.
Yeah.
Based on and he's a unique talent because he's fast. He can win sprints and he can time trial.
Good, right?
So he can win from a selective crowd in a break. He can win from a bunch sprint, or he can win on a solo move. And today,
he proved that.
Yeah, not only that, but he showed that he was on a different level. It's a small race, relatively small race, but still, like I said, few guys try to go with him, and all he kept was he just kept sending them back.
Right, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I would just send them back, like maybe 2-3 other guys tried to just follow his wheel. And so nice job, Carlton and Byron and that whole Alliance crew and the coach, Mr. McCulloch, right?
Right.
Fantastic job with that team. It's a small team. You've developed a kid that's basically was an unknown into a local superstar, right? So big up to Carlton for the win this morning. Second place was Lieutenant himself, Byron Pope. Yes, the always consistent Byron Pope, a Boom native.
Okay.
Yeah. Third, nice ride. It's nice to see Brandon Morgan, you know, touching the podium there. I know Brandon put a lot of work in. Fourth place, Tyreek Flowers, working his way back into the elite peloton. He's been doing really well. Tyreek coming off of a serious knee injury where he couldn't
yes,
really.
Yes, believe that he might ride back, but
couldn't even ride his bike. So I know he was struggling for a while. So it's gotta feel good, Drew. Yeah, getting back. So that's nice, and thanks to Mr. Guns for allowing him the opportunity to ride these races. And then fifth, rounding out the podium was.
I know Balide.
Yeah, DWAYNE.
DWAYNE.
Yeah. So that's the top 5 there. Overall in the B category, Fitzgerald Joseph pretty much owns that category. He needs some competition. Mr. Guns Mr. Guns Palace needs some competition. I'm just saying, I'm 50. I'm going to go on. Yeah. Second was Chief.
Yes, the chief.
Chief almost 70 years old, you know.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Look at Santiago Castillo. If you listen, big up yourself, man. I mean, I got enough respect. Just like how I give the young guys there, I like the young guys there. I like the old guys there too, because the level of commitment and dedication. Boy, somebody tell me that they see the man they get ready for the tour through the coastal road, the motor pace.
Okay.
So Chief, I would expect big things from you know, 60 plus category. And Greville rides good too in that category B. I think Greville is more of an A rider though. He needs to be challenge himself a little bit more. But yeah, so that's the B podium. Palace, Chief, Greville. A, they had an A podium as well. Tariq Flowers. A. First, second, DWAYNE, and third was Sean Gordon.
Yes.
Yeah, Sean is doing a nice job as well. Congratulations to him. He tends to find his way on a podium.
Not sure?
Yeah, he's a smart, cagey little rider, so he's doing a good job. And of course, I'm hanging out with two young guys there, so I feel good doing this.
Yeah,
It's not over for us, man. And told you about the young guy, right?
Yeah.
Richie was first in the junior. Second is
Carmine Smith.
Carmine Smith. Yeah, he's actually developing nicely too. And Henry Lewis.
Okay.
Henry works a lot with the juniors, right? Because the Valvoline juniors. So Mr. Lewis doing a nice job with these kids. I think Joseph Lamb is coming back as well.
Okay, yeah, Joseph Lamb missed an injury, right?
Yeah, I think he's coming back. So they'll have a nice little combination with Carmine, Joseph, and Jaheim. Yeah, and then Everett Matut, good. He ride pretty strong today as well, and he was I think he was in a spill in Griga.
I think he did mention that. He did mention that.
Yeah, he was in a spill in Griga, so it's good. It's good to see these kids bouncing back as quickly as they do, because you know what crash could, man, take you out there for like a month or easily, you know.
Well, that I think about cyclists. The cyclists they are some tough soldier, because then guys fall down, scratch up, and want jump up on the bike. I say man fraction a collarbone and still want to ride the bike. It show how tough riders are.
Tough or crazy.
I know it's really crazy.
but anyways, yeah. So big up to these guys again, and thanks to Mr. Guns for putting on this race. And not only that, the prizes are huge. Look at when you know, obviously I don't ride these races for the prize or anything like that. I ride it for the, you know, I want to be on the podium. Honestly, I want to do the best I can and get out. But the man put a nice money in my hand, and I was like, what, really?
Yeah.
Just for an hour's work?
Yeah.
Make I really want to show up. Can we do this? Guns, we touch. If they had a B category, I believe they did. But we don't have that result.
We don't get the 3M result.
Yeah. Again, guys, we urge the promoters, right?
Please send
Yes,
information.
if you want other races, big up and let the public know. I mean, we are happy to report it, but you know, you could help us out a little bit and send us.
Yep.
All the finishers, send either myself or ORDONEZ all the podium pictures, top finishers, whatever you want, call out, top 10, top 20, let us know. We're happy to do it.
Do it after the race finish
Yes.
early Monday, so we could have it ready for Thursday, because we don't want to scramble for
Right.
the information.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So that rounds out all the current races. And we have some upcoming races, right?
Yes, we have very upcoming races.
What's on the agenda?
But before we move on to that, we want to big up Ashton Clothing.
As always.
Affairs, and we want to big up Mr. Kevin Logan out of Boston. But I have to boast it quick, because Kev, check this out. In fact, you show off. You show off. Way back there.
Okay, guys. We have a special gift, special delivery, no other than by our capable technical guy here, Lex. So Lex not only run the scenes, behind the scenes. Lex also is very, very efficient with the oven.
By the
I mean, look at this thing.
big piece of this, I shall bite piece right now.
Well, look at this, right? So this is the birthday pie, right?
Yeah.
Look how beautiful that is. Lex, this thing here look like a magazine picture.
Yeah. 1.3
Thanks.
point, what? 1.24. Yeah. What?
Yes, you got. And then you offer these, right, as for sale and stuff like that.
Yes, man. Yeah.
Okay. Any
We bake dealing. We have with specials lemon and pecan pies and Charlotte.
Put the pan stick over there.
Excellent. You got phone number I could contact you for
600 15 22. They could send them WhatsApp order and they could order their pie whenever we bake daily. So just it's best to pre-order ahead of
Pre-order,
time.
yeah,
When
yeah.
you order the same day, sometimes we might run into complication and, you know, so it's best to order, pre-order.
Excellent. So guys, all our corporate viewers, if you guys have any kind of corporate lunches or anything, definitely hit up Lex. And I'm telling you personally, look here, the first time I tasted pie, I kept the big demand for pie. So, will not be disappointed, that for sure.
Well, Kevin tell me he tasted pie, but he never realized that Lex make it because some family member added for your wife when your wife's birthday. And so he tasted pie, but he didn't know that it was Lex pie. And he said, man, that pie was extremely good. So,
All right. Big up yourself, Lex.
Yeah. Yep, man. In the, so the races we have...
So upcoming races, right?
So we have Saturday we have the Syria race.
Right, we don't mention that. So Syria and Loans to Go, tell it,
yeah,
and Syria, they partner up every Saturday to have the race. Actually, we just get that we group here. And
Seen in the B category, Mr. Roque Matos and Mike Wagner won that.
Okay.
Excellent.
All right. Thank you for that information, Miss Liz.
you know what, that might have been now thinking of it, Lex, I think I saw a podium picture. Roque, it was Wagner and Ryan Willoughby. So it was a M&M sweep.
Sweep, all right.
It's a giveaway.
Yeah. We are munch out of fish, we are munch out of break now.
We are sending slice field.
Again, asking fans, once we get the result, please send us
Yes.
me or D, or we just send, because we really need the information there.
Yeah. Yes, so guys, Series are the race, and then they have the elite category. You have 40 plus, 50 plus, 60 plus, women, junior, and non-elite. There are 4 station prizes typically. It's a $10 registration, and it's about a 24-mile race, right?
Right.
Excellent. And Mr. DWAYNE himself is out there bright and early every Saturday.
Well, I have a full weekend.
Yes.
Then Sunday, weekend warriors, they have a race, I think like about 50 miles.
Yes.
We'll be covering that race also. I think it started Old Belize, head what?
Yeah, so we call it the boom route. So the Old Belize, it going to Hattieville, go through the boom road, go to Data Pro, go up the northern to Link Road, go through the Link Road, back to the western, going back down to Hattieville, and finish back the Old Belize. I think you usually get about 48 to 50
40
miles.
miles, okay.
Yeah. So that's a nice race. Weekend Warrior Weekend Warrior throwing that race in preparation for the big dance.
Yes.
Next week.
Next week, to race next week.
So all you guys want to stretch your legs out Sunday.
Then Sunday, George, maybe I could put it up, the kids race. So just today we got we confirmed that we get the Marion Jones Stadium. So Sunday afternoon, ORDONEZ Bike Shop and crew will have a kids race. We invite all the kids to come out. The kids then they cried and they begged for this race a long time. So we asked, we just come up, we have a few prizes. If anybody want to give any prizes, remember, we don't ask for cash, we ask for kinds, anything we have, we have some people that done give towards the race already. We have a little bit of states we don't give. We have the Stuart and Roberto family. We have Miss Rita Thompson. We have Myers family out of Los Angeles. Who else we have here? We have an unknown, a person who give some Gatorade, but you know when you
this is for the kids race?
Kids race.
And when is this?
This is Sunday afternoon.
This Sunday right here?
This Sunday right now. That's
All
a quick thing come up. And you know who this flyer for me? You know who this flyer? This flyer was done by the young Aaron Pope. The young Aaron Pope designed this.
Nice job, Aaron.
Yes, Aaron, thank you very much. Appreciate it. And so we asked all the kids to come out. All the young kids would come to the shop. We just to get into cycling. We asked them to come out. We have a fun afternoon. We ask anybody if you have prizes we give. Remember, we don't ask for cash, we ask for kinds.
So yeah, so guess what? After the show, remind me. I have a bunch of prizes actually I want to give to you to donate to the kids.
Perfect.
So like light water bottle.
Yes, these are things. These are things we ask.
I have those. So remind me. On the way back up. So I get those.
So we want to follow the UCI rules because you are not supposed to give any amateurs. Especially the young kids. Cash. You can't give them.
Yeah.
So if the people could give a gift certificate if they want, give ice cream, somebody, my daughter give me a suggestion, say maybe somebody credit union should get involved and give say here what start out with one book and they could that way how the money or the inner thing they are prepared for the education.
I like it. And we have some friends at the credit union too. We have
Nigel
and those guys we could talk about. The other thing is too would be nice. you know, maybe, and they could use that same funds for maybe scholarship.
Exactly,
pay
exactly,
school, you know, moving
exactly.
forward. So, hey,
Yep,
nice, love it, love it.
So we ask people for support the youths there. We know that the Stuart and Robert family big time in support for the kids there, you understand? And I just showed them Miss Rita Thompson and she said, no worry, Andrew, I'll drop off some price for you Saturday afternoon. So thank you all. You can contact either me, Dee, or, you know, contact us. And we're definitely Sunday afternoon. And then that on the live stream too. So Dee have a busy whole weekend live streaming for the Saturday race, Series, Sunday morning, Weekend Warriors, and Sunday afternoon we'll be at the stadium for bringing the live action.
But don't have something tell me that you wouldn't want it any other way. Yeah, get bored. If you don't do all of this, what do I do?
But you know something, the kids they come and they say, Mr. Donis, when you have a race, I say, you know, if you left them here, they want to have a race every weekend for now. But the stadium was not available because they had football going on, right? And so we didn't want football and cycling going at the same time and somebody get hurt, right? So hopefully, like how somebody come up, we could have quite a few more races, and so you know we just have to support. But yes, man, big up on yourself, kids, and come out.
Yes, nice. This Sunday, right?
And then we have Mr.
Levy's Friends and Family Cycling Classic, and we have to give a big shout out to Mr. Levy, right? That man, since he get involved in cycling, has been doing quite a bit, man. For you know, from South, he's thrown quite a few races, and also you know help it with the development of his son Dylan Levy. So big up to those guys. This is happening on
June 2nd, I think.
June 2nd. Where's the date at? I didn't see a date here, but
I think June 2nd.
Yeah, there's a date there. June 2nd, and starting in Dangriga Town. $25 registration fees. We have open category, first place, not bad. Nice, $800 on a trophy, and it goes down from there through 10. So 1 through 10 in the open, masters 1 through 5. With a $350 first place plus trophy, and I'm not certain if they're going to ride together, but if they do, you could double dip. Juniors 1 through 5 on trophy as well, medals for 4th and 5th. Female youth and youth, I guess, is first 1, 2, 3. The route will be Levy's Tortilla Factory, Drums of the Fathers roundabout, Hope Creek roundabout. Back at the factory. So I think it's the same route as last year, but starts off at 8:30 a.m. The first race, and should be exciting, guys. So support that race again, June 2nd.
Yes, and again, I'll be right there streaming that race.
Oh, you'll be doing that again?
Yes, don't get committed to that. And then
excellent. Then we have another race, Pomona Day.
Okay, when is
2024 Pomona Day, Friday and Saturday. May 31st and June 1st.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's going to be quite a weekend. It's like it'll be like a tour.
Okay.
Because then you have the Levy on the 2nd, but it's Sunday, and this race is probably going to be on a Saturday.
Yeah. And how Chief and then now
yep.
And you have the thing for Chief and George?
So June 1st. June 1st, Open Elite. Not a bad price, $500, right? And then Masters 300. So you could actually race Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So you could go down there.
Yeah, and then both of these are going to be, you know, down that way, right? So Pomona Day, there should be a lot of activities out there. You know, there'll be a lot of different entertainers performing. And also food and beverages. Fun day, cycling. Excellent. What else we got?
Yeah, and then we have, the Chief and a special guest will be in next week, Thursday, to give full details on the Chief Masters Tour coming up next weekend.
That's a big deal.
Yep, so Chief will be in studios to give full details. I think you may have the flyer last week, George. I don't know if you still have it.
Send you an update flyer that includes female.
Yeah, I shared one.
That's one read off just now, yeah.
Yeah, they had females.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did, yeah. Thanks, Mr. Levy.
Yeah, yeah. So we have the Chief, we'll talk about that more next week, right?
Next week, yes.
But that's
yes,
going to be a big deal. I mean, obviously the Masters Tour, that's anyone 40 or over. So they have 40 plus, 50 plus, and 60 plus in that category.
I understand a lot of foreign invaders are coming for that.
Yeah. So a lot of guys from across the border are coming. So we welcome those guys. So it should be fun. It should be fun.
So I'm gonna ask them I don't know if I want to touch that, but
Oh, okay. So in DWAYNE, we are technically short break, and then when we return, we're supposed to have
a special guest,
and then we have giveaways at the end of the show, and we are talking more about the races,
Okay, sounds good, excellent.
So, folks, we'll take a short break, and when we return, we should have our guests in the house.
Yeah.
This is a Soul Fire production. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with ORDONEZ. So yes, I sit and watch as the wheel turns. My bike is where I get my thrill. Up and down, riding through the hills. I have no fear as I climb and change my gear. Through the valley so steep, now we on the street. Yeah. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with ORDONEZ. So yes. This is a Soul Fire production.
Welcome back to the 130th edition of As the Wheel Turns. Tonight we have our special guest in the house, and there's a selection going to Brazil, and so Miss Letts is here to give us all information and who is taking part and the races, what kind of races they have. So good night again. Let's thanks for coming, and you come with a boom girl.
Not far from me.
Oh, not far. Okay, all right.
From my house, so same thing to go to your.
Okay, all right. Okay, cool. All right. Well,
Right later.
yeah. All right. Good. Well, welcome.
Good
Welcome.
night.
Good night, Ms. Letizia Westby. Thank you very much for taking the time out to be on the show with us. I know that we communicate quite a bit. Myself being a member, a cyclist myself, so I have different requests, and I want to thank you for all that you have done so far for cycling, for myself, and for all the members here, of the Cycling Federation of Belize. I know it's a difficult task. It's not easy. It's not a paid position, as far as I understand. So you guys are definitely doing this out of the passion for cycling, to grow cycling in Belize. And one of the things that I am interested to see, that I have not seen from previous federation, is that whole transparency and that whole getting in front of the viewers and outside of the members. I think you guys have all done all different bodies have done a nice job informing, right? Andrew, informing the riders and the managers and the and the team personnel. But I think sometimes what we need to do is maybe get in front of these communication and inform the general public. So now when they see, for example, a big thing is coming up, which would be the Pan American Games in San Juan, Brazil.
Dos Campos,
Yeah. So that's a big deal. Our cyclists going to be representing Belize. We want to wish them the best. We had a long list, and from that long list, a group was selected for the first international competition, of which I understand, based on our little short interview earlier, that you have other competitions coming up where the same list you allocate some other riders.
Yeah.
So I will turn it over to you, and first off, introduce yourself to the viewing public. Maybe let them know what your role is in the federation, and talk a little bit more about this.
No problem. Good night, everybody. As you all know, I'm Leticia Wesley, the General Secretary for the Cycling Federation. As you said, it's not on?
No, I think it wants it out. It'll flip it towards the. It's on.
It's on. Okay. All right.
Okay, sorry.
Thanks, Rick.
Sorry. Good night, everybody. I'll start over. Leticia Wesley, General Secretary for the Cycling Federation. Yes, we had released, I think earlier this month, a list of possible riders that would have been able to meet the criteria that we have established, and I can basically share share what we looked at. Basically performance in the races for the 2024, consistency, placement within the top 10, skills, tactical ability, climbing, pacing, sprinting, bike handling, mental skills, which include attitude, ability to cope with stress, confidence, motivation, and basically teamwork, cohesion, willingness to follow instructions, coachability, and motivation, again in that regards. I know we do have a wide diverse group of riders, and at the same time everybody wants to represent the country. And what we're doing, as we had our release, our selection is basically helping us because we're new to it. We're coming to the end of the Olympic year. This year there's the Olympics, as you know, next in July in
2028.
No, we have Olympics this year in Paris in July.
Yep.
So it's basically closing up what they're known as the quadrennial for sports in all sports, no? And you start off back next year, and you're supposed to have a plan in place to say help develop your riders, or help develop the sports and your riders to be able to qualify to compete in the 2028. As we said, the word qualify, so it's no longer in the past. I think you get a number, you get something to say we are just given a pass or something like that. The riders now need to qualify. So for us, that sets for us how we are going to do that. So we're looking now to say, okay, our riders we're using these games to help evaluate. We have another event that we're having the youths representing, because the criteria was between under 23 to juniors, no? 17, under 17 in that sense. And going to the World Cycling Center, the Regional World Cycling Center in Trinidad and Tobago to get training, and for the next 4 years as a way to start and have them exposed.
Okay.
It's to expose to road race and track. So these riders we're looking at the younger ones and looking at the opportunities for us, for our riders in that sense, to say, this is where we start, helping us to know what we need to do, and helping these riders, exposing them and giving them the ability to learn more about the sport and the interest in it and doing it the right way. So for the one in the Pan American game coming up this weekend in Brazil, we are only looking at riders that we know would be able to compete, or not, I won't say it in that way, but we have to actually, we have the Central American Championship in Honduras, and the the kids going to the World Cycling Center for this region, no? We were using these, we're looking at this way to help us to say when we're putting our plans together what we need to do. Using our top athletes to measure where they are with, particularly the one in Brazil, we have 32 countries competing. There we are having riders competing against riders from 32 different countries. With Central America, it's the riders within this region.
Sure.
Okay, so it's just how we did our selection. Next thing I need to say is that we don't have the resource to carry what was the quota allocated to us, so we had to try to trim and look at where we can make an impact. Or the riders that we put the riders as compared to how they're performing and meeting the selection process that we have.
Quick question, just to interject a little bit. As far as you said, the quota for the Panama Road Championship, how many athletes would you? Is it open to?
It was open to 6 athletes. 6 athletes for each category.
Oh, 6 per. So 6
Yeah.
elites, 6 under 23, 6 juniors, including female as well.
Yes.
Oh, really? Wow. So with that being said, what I'd like to perhaps tell the general public, I mean, there's a great opportunity here to get exposure for Belizean athletes, but we need the funding.
Yep.
You know, that's a big part of it because Batista,
My thing is that yes, we need the funding, but we have resources we can tap into, but we won't be able to get those funds right now.
Correct.
So it's, for example, the federation have to come and find the resources to send all these athletes in all the regional or UCI type races. Then after that, you submit your expenses, and you won't get reimbursed until this year, till next year.
Right. What's the as long as you have documentation of all your receipts and your expenses.
It doesn't mean that
what's-
we're gonna be getting everything. We've been back and forth, and just this week we tried to say, okay, how do we move forward? What do we do? Can we attend? What games can we attend in terms of that? While we try to look at what resource the federation has garnered to
Yeah.
participate in these events. So.
Yeah. So I guess my question is this. Let's say, for example, I'm a business and I want to support cycling in Belize. And I said, great, I'm going to put up this fund. I'm going to put up, I have $100,000 allocated throughout the year to help the athletes. So I go ahead and I said, okay, whatever games are coming up, let's fill that category. Let's fill your quota. I will take care of all the expenses. Now, as long as you submit the expenses and all that and the costs, what's the possibility that that organization that put fund up recoup all their monies back? Is that a guarantee? So once they've paid,
It's not all the monies we're going to be getting back.
Okay, so
That's
is
what
there
I'm
like a
saying. It's
75%
a percentage of it in
Okay,
that
excellent,
regards,
yeah.
no? And yes, we would like, as I said, we're still basically trying to figure our way out as we prepare, because all this came up right after the
Sure.
cross country, and trying to figure out, okay, how we do that. We still have yet, to pay out our cross countries resources and all of that to do that, no?
so yeah, and that's definitely a possibility,
Yeah.
and that's why, like I said, it was key to kind of get these information out soon.
Yeah.
So perhaps people, that are in love with their country and in love with cycling could actually,
Do that.
do stuff like that to help them.
What we are looking at, and we're looking at the guidelines too, we realize that one, we can solicit sponsorship from corporate companies to basically say, can you help us to get our athletes to this event? And now it allows that some of the jerseys that they take can have the sponsor's logo.
Nice.
Okay.
So it's an opportunity, but the short time of doing all that and getting all that in preparation, those are the challenge that we are right now. And also, as I said, we figured, and so I was with this federation sometime before, and I know that you could get your budget, you take it to the Olympic and say this is where we want. They say so much money we give you, and then that tells you how much, and you get the money, or they pay for the airfare in advance, or pay for whatever in advance, right? Or so you can go. But now they're saying no, that's not the process. You have to front the money. So.
And do you foresee the federation, you and your team, do you foresee you guys putting together these criteria a little earlier, so you have these teams and these lists in advance? That way you can get that out to the public and solicit, solicit funding.
That's what we're planning to do basically for the next 4 years, because the next 4 years now, remember, we have to qualify for the Olympic. we have to qualify for certain games to move on. You have the, I think you have the Central American and Caribbean Games. You have the Panam or Commonwealth Games. Those games that are that leads up to the Olympic Games. No, so these are things that we need to basically now put together. This year we are learning what we need to do, and as I said, it's the start of the Olympic quadrennial, and then we have to basically put programs in place to develop our elite or under 23 riders who become elite, as well as trying to start at the ground again at the youth. Andrew, as usual, you are always trying to look at your kids going every time to it and appreciate all that you're doing to help with those kids, no? Better there than be out on the street and getting into stuff. So that's how I look at the sport and what the sport can do for our country in terms of the youths of our country to keep them out and doing positive things. And cycling as a sport helps to maintain a certain discipline. Right?
And I think I want to also say, as I was listening to you earlier, you know, recognition as far as the criteria is concerned for picking these athletes, right?
I think someone may ask the question, how you go about choosing
Which she did mention.
I did mention, yes,
I did
And you might want to repeat that if you don't mind. But there's a whole list of criteria, and if you're, I'm very impressed actually by that, hearing a comprehensive thing other than just talent or just race result. You know, the sportsmanship, things like that, you know, just good people. You want to, because they're representing Belize at the end of the day, right? So you want good people. But if you want to repeat
the
that.
performance, basically up to from 2024, you know, we came in and it was like almost like one race from the, we start out with the Creme Classic, and at the middle of February, it was one race every week up until cross country. So all this information we didn't, I mean, as I said, these games, we had no idea these games were out there coming up. You guys know that we have a challenge in reference to communication where we had to get new email, new bank accounts, so we basically had to establish ourselves.
Understood.
And we're trying at the same time to do that network. Coming up this weekend, we have 32 countries, our opportunity to network and basically create and see how we can do further collaboration with some of these countries, and even so get in the into COPAS's part of what they are and learn what they are and what we can tap into in that regard. So that's part of our thing. But going back to your the issue there, or the requests, the criteria. Where did I do with that? Yeah. We talk about the performance, consistency, placement in the top 10, skills, their tactical ability, climbing, pacing, sprinting, bike handling skills, mental skills, their attitude, ability to cope with stress, confidence and motivation, teamwork, team cohesion, willingness to follow instruction, coachability and motivation again. All these are basically contribute to you're going out there. We have top riders here, and at what point you need them to understand this is a person based on how we are preparing for this game, or in reference to getting out there. We see you can know or find out which rider is in the best
condition.
Yeah, and in the best condition, and say, okay, guys, we're supporting this rider to be out there. Now you decide you don't want to do that. Then in the future, what does that say for us in that regards? No? So it's looking at the riders and basically saying, here's the one that we perceive. All these riders come the day of race day, I'm in a good feeling. We discuss that, and then you decide, okay, guys, that rider or this rider would be the rider that, or these two riders, these are the possibilities. Let's support him and support them and get them going.
And do you have a committee, a special committee that actually does that vetting, or is it the actually four voting members?
We had a group of people that we have met together, and we do this. Yeah, we had went through all by going through the winners, the top tens, and then basically talk about their people who are watching the races and knowing what is going on, and okay, give that.
I like that.
This is what we
and
do.
I kind of want to highlight this to Andre. In my 6 years of being close to Belizean cycling and being a part of the Cycling Federation for the last 6 years, I kind of want to highlight that this has been the most comprehensive approach to selecting
right, you don't want us to go on the pick.
Exactly, and we have never known whether or not they, and I'm not saying that they have not done that in the past. They could have possibly used the same criteria or similar, but it has never been transparent as it is here, and detail where no one can argue or say, I didn't make the team because, you know, like, well, you didn't meet, here's this criteria, right?
Exactly.
Are you training consistently? Are you racing consistently? Are you placing consistently in these, right? You know, are you giving good interviews? You're talking to your coach and your team?
Right,
Are you a team
right,
player,
right.
right? So if you're doing these things, young men, all these things, then you can expect to be
part of
the national team. And based on that, I think you guys did, you know, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I think you guys did a fantastic job with these riders. You know, going to the Pan Am Road Championship on May 19th would be Carlton Robinson, Oscar Quiros. Those would be your two elites, right? So Carlton and Oscar
Yeah.
would be, and then Derek Chavarria under 23, Jivan Gonzalez U23, Dejan Hyde U23, Delton Rojas is U23 as well.
And then you have the two juniors.
And then your two juniors. So again, I think this is accurate because our U23 is pretty strong right now, right, Donis? You'd agree?
So you have four
U23.
Yeah, so, okay.
4 U23, two juniors.
And,
Tamron Morris, it's
and-
good to see him making that list.
and 2 elite.
And then 2 elites. You know, again, per interview, the only omission that I see here that I think probably should be representing Belize being the national road champion is Corey Williams. You know, for whatever reason, I know Corey is a part of a domestic team in the U.S., so that could have some impact on that. Obviously, you know, that's probably an internal decision. We're not going to touch on that here tonight. But in the future, I would love to see, you know, the road champion. I'd love to see perhaps, and correct me if I'm wrong, maybe the road champion have a little bit more weight as far as, you know, going to a game like that.
Let everyone ask to what the course like. It's lumpy, hilly, flat.
It is hilly.
It's a circuit, or it's a.
It's gonna be a circuit race within I think it's like a 10-mile circuit that
Okay.
they're gonna be using in
Okay.
regards from within the tongue.
Okay.
That tongue. Yeah.
And you know how many miles total?
I'd have to let me see if I can find that information. I apologize because
No
I've been
problem.
busy at work and
I know this was a
Yeah.
last minute thing. It's not very important. I just thought if you had that off the top of your head.
yeah. I know for each category and for the elite category, I think it's 240 kilometers.
Wow,
Yeah, so it's gonna be,
significant race.
yeah, it is gonna be,
So our athletes definitely going up against some great competition.
Yes,
don't they?
yeah, as I
Those
said,
guys
there
are
are
rough.
32 countries from
Yeah.
Canada all the way to,
Yes.
there are 2
Yeah.
countries from Canada all the way down.
Yeah.
And as it's an opportunity, as I said, for us to evaluate where our riders are at this point in time, in compared to us to plan for the next 4 years.
Well, it'll be a good, definitely a good benchmark because right now we know that Carlton is heads and heels above everyone here in Belize that's racing currently in Belize. So for him to go out there, I'd love to see how he'll perform. Not to put any pressure on your Carlton, but you know, I know you'll do the best you can.
Now there'll be a learning experience because I must tell you, I have been on more than one of those trips, and those guys, they are rolling.
What has been our best result at the Pan Am Games? We
Pan Am
have
Games?
that information, right?
Sure.
I know the Caribbean Games, I know about the Pan Am Games, I'm not sure. We had a good chance.
Didn't someone came 27th or something at Pan Am Games?
I remember the year when Justin Gunn and they were right there coming on to the finish, but he got flat in the last lap.
27 or some years back, I think.
Yeah.
Oscar and he made a good position.
I think that was like probably 10 years back.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if anyone knows,
The issue, they sent us a link and we can't access the link in that regard.
what has been our best result
But I know
in the
it's
Pan Am Road
it is-
Championship?
Let me try
But
to
I'd like
find
to probably get that information and see. In the elite or under 23 or juniors. I see some comments there. Lex, big up Tamron Morris.
Yes, big up, after big up Riga, yesterday coming to
Yeah.
cycling and
Yeah,
get result.
and that, I mean, if you look at it, think about it, that's a way to attract more youths from that to say I still have that opportunity, no?
Right.
So
Guys, one of the things that jumps out at me from this list, 3 of these guys that's representing the younger guys. Obviously, Delton is U23, but they're all out of district, right? So you have Morris, Corozal, Briseño, Orange Walk, Tamron Morris. Smaller cycling community, so it shows that hard work.
and you have the guys from Kaya too. I mean,
Yeah.
I know, but that's the side.
more
I mean,
right,
but
yeah.
those are ones for right now. If you want to, the reality is that cycling, the way cycling is, it's Belize City, Danriga, and Kaya. That's the middle of the country. That's where you have a few riders from. Delton is from Corozal, by the way.
Correct, yes.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
So,
then
and
Briseño.
Jaden is from Orange Walk.
So
yeah.
like I said, it was
Yeah.
nice to see.
So that-
nice
yeah.
to see that they're not just cycling. You don't think about Corozal or Orange Walk to be cycling mecca, right? And to have this
Result.
tremendous talent coming out.
Yeah.
I also want to big up Dijon Hyde. You know, young man that just recently got into cycling and already representing Belize. So
And
nice job.
I must mention that all the names are called, they have great family support.
Yes.
Family support. So they're not only the team, the mom, dad, sister, brother, the entire people surrounding and supporting. So that's awesome about. When you get support, you will make progress.
No, yeah, absolutely. No, it's a great list. Carlton, Oscar, and I know Oscar may have, having a soft year this year, but he's coming back, guaranteed. I was talking to him today, and he's coming back. He's finding that motivation and fire again. Being a cross-country champion in 2023, he's gonna be, the 2025 might be another breakout year from Oscar. I'm sure he's gonna win some big races. So.
But no young ladies making the trip.
No, not really. Gabby, I mean, at this point in time, remember we're using a benchmark.
Yes,
She was
okay.
she's basically not ready.
Okay.
She says that she has
Right.
been busy with her school. So, but
And she's
she
featured
is-
later on.
She's gonna be going to the World Champion Cycling Center
Okay.
to get. So I guess if you want to list.
Yes, so
all
we'll do that.
here.
So talk about the Pan Am Games. I like it. You spoke about all the criteria to pick these riders, and congratulations to all these riders again. Carlton Robinson, Oscar Quiroz, Derek Chavarria, Jaiven Gonzalez, preparing out there in California, Dijon Hyde, Delton Rojas, Jalen Briseño, and Tamron Morris. You guys are traveling on Saturday. Saturday out to Brazil. Good luck. You have the support of all Belizeans. You have the support of As the Wheel Turns family.
Exactly.
I'm sure ORDONEZ is going to be searching for results and giving that to us as he normally does. Then we move on
To the Central American.
yeah, which is very quickly. So the
Yeah,
following, what, just
Yeah,
2
this-
weeks?
Within 2 weeks.
Within 2 weeks.
Actually, shortly after they return, by the weekend, they're back
Great.
traveling.
Central American Road
Some
Championships.
of the same guys, yeah.
Tegucigalpa, Honduras. So you want to talk about this group
Yeah,
here?
that is, again, that's for the a regional event for the Central American federations. And we have there Giovanni Lovell, Jocelyn Chavarria, Dylan Levy, Wasani Castro, Baron Pope, Atlee Lozano, Dijon Hyde again, Delton Rojas, Goran Gabriel, Eric Trupp, Kaya, and Gabriel. Hopefully, Gabriel can get back. She's
Sure.
just finished school, I think, last week. She basically finishes up. And I guess, in terms of different terrain.
I'm sure she's going to get back because
Yeah.
on Tuesdays she's always out on a speed ride with us, so that helps her quite a bit. She was actually at a very nice level here recently, so she'll get back, and I see her training. These lists again are motivation, for these riders to shout out to a few people here, and it shows that if you stick with it, the consistency, dedication, you will get results, right? Atlee Lozano, coming out of the guns camp, right?
Byron worked hard, boy.
Dylan Levy as well. Well, Byron, I mean, obviously he's going to be a staple because he's a hard worker and very experienced cyclist. But I like the younger guys who,
Are able,
the first time they're on a list like this, Dijon Hyde, the Atlee Lozano,
right.
Dylan Levy. Cool, very good. Do we know much about this course?
No, I have been asking. I have been asking for that information. I haven't gotten a response as yet from them.
Okay.
Yeah, and as I said, hopefully by this weekend we can get all that information for this particular course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So congratulations to those guys again: Giovanni Lovell, Jocelyn Chavarria, Dylan Levy, Wasani Castro, Byron Pope, Atli Lozano, Dijon Hyde, Delton Rojas, Goran
I'm trying to
Gabriel,
look
Eric
mine.
Trapp, Kaya Katus, and Gabriel Gabriel. Then after that, you move on to the June 7th through 9th.
Yeah.
So you'll have a different set of athletes because the ones that are going to the Central American Road Championship will not be able to participate, obviously, because of the
So
conflict,
this is
right?
what we have as day one for the Pan American, and it
Okay.
tells you for the men. Okay, it's 163.
Yes.
Sorry. And this is their couple of the guys will be doing the ITT,
Okay.
which is a 10.7 kilometer.
Okay.
It says per laps on your this is the junior for the road race. It's 10 laps, and it's 10 kilometers per lap. So,
Gotcha.
It's
Yeah.
6 miles.
Yeah. and the ITT is the same 10 kilometers, so that's 6 miles,
Gotcha.
right? And this is the elite. The under 23 is 163 kilometers. So I think that's 60, about 90 miles.
Wow.
And we're not there. Yeah, it's 208 kilometers for the elite.
Wow, that a long race.
That
What?
60.
Almost 120 miles.
Yeah, I would say 100
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
because
110.
yeah, 100 kilometers is like 62 miles. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So this is, this is what we have. So we can't go with this
Mhm.
to say, and when you touch on this, it doesn't take you anywhere.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
can. We are unable, and we.
Yeah, unless perhaps
so let us see
they.
if it did get
Yeah.
through. No, it doesn't. Okay. So, no, it doesn't go through.
Yeah, unless they have, unless if it's the same course they use, like last year, probably like a Strava or something
Yeah.
like that. But you know, yeah,
Somebody asked if all these riders are training.
training, they're training.
If the riders that will be going to Honduras.
To Honduras.
If they're training,
Mm.
oh, I'm sure they're because that's one of the criteria, right?
Okay.
They have to be prepared.
Yeah.
So Giovanni Lovell obviously is
Yes,
yeah, Justin
See,
Chavarria.
I
Yeah.
already get some information there.
Mm.
Ernest Main finished 16th in the 1991 Pan American Games.
Excellent. Wow.
Well, Elston have a lot of information. Thank you, Elston.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's information
Elston,
that
you
we
need to
want.
start write the history of cycling and using those information to help, so we can have
He's
something.
definitely a historian. We gotta get him more involved.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have been
he's
try.
retired.
I have asked him, but he
He's
just
retired now. Don't worry.
he
I'm
just,
I'm working.
he just says no.
I'm working on it. But
I
you
think
know what he does? Every week he
Provide the questions.
yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, which we have. So
Yeah.
so we gotta.
Yeah,
Right,
I asked, you could ask him. I called him a couple times and said, "Can you come and help?" I mean, our thing is that it's not.
Let
We
this
don't want.
putting the pressure else.
Yeah, it's not it's not just the executive. We have been spreading it out and getting people on board
Sure.
in that regards. No,
And,
so
in his defense, kind of, he's done it before. He's been the president of the
in
second.
the
He's been-
70s or early 80s.
I'm not sure. And he's been an youngster as well, quite a bit. I mean,
Right.
racer. The only cyclist to ride the cross country.
You know, white pants. I give me the name Moon Man. The man give me the name Moon Man.
Yeah, interesting. All right, so nice. And then
Well, here we have gotten, what we want to do is just to see how these riders, as you know that these guys are going up, except we have Carlton wasn't that, but
Yeah.
the other guys are all part of the, those US team.
yeah, so Tulsa. We're talking
So
about Tulsa
Tulsa
Tough,
Tough,
which is a
yeah.
very prestigious race in Tulsa, Oklahoma,
Yeah.
and it's on
And,
the National
Yeah.
Crit Circuit.
So we are getting these guys will be going and riding together as one, as a
Okay.
team. Belize will be in Tulsa Top.
Wow, that's big.
Yeah.
And that's why I was asking you, because if you notice the names here, Cor Williams, Justin Williams, Oscar, Derek and Jaiven, they were all part of like Legion at one time or Blazers at one time, right? So one of my questions to you earlier in the interview was, how will this team be represented under Belize, or is it going to be a Legion Blazers? And you,
No, Belize.
Belize.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
you said Belize, which I think
Yeah.
is the right thing, right? And what a great exposure for Belize first and foremost, right?
Because right now you do have Oscar and Javin are still in California training, right? Derek was out there, but he had to come in, And those guys are there, and Carlton, as you know, is there doing his part.
Okay, excellent, very good. So,
So
yep, congratulations. I'm excited actually to see,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Belize in this Tulsa Tough, and this is a strong team. You know, solid guys here. So should be
it's an
exciting.
opportunity.
And hopefully we get to win and have Belize on the podium.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then talk a little bit about the road training camp, which is for younger athletes, right?
It's for young athletes under 23 and juniors, and so based on that, Maya is the only junior, and it's an opportunity. As I said, we have youths, so eventually this opportunity will come back again, probably every year, hopefully,
Okay.
you know, and to have these young riders go to the World Cycling Center and the regional one, which is in Trinidad, and get the basic and get among others, they're among their peers in that sense, and learn. Here we could only send, within that group, you can only send one woman, one male, one female, one male, right? So we had to, that's where we have two, and on the 23, Jalen is our junior, Gabrielle is on the 23, and Maya is a junior.
Excellent,
Okay.
excellent, very
So
good.
they're gonna be getting the basic training in the top, in one of the cycling for UCI training center, and getting all these high level coaches
Great,
looking
great
at them and probably seeing what they need to do to improve in themselves as they move on or they start to get more interested in cycling.
Great.
Jalen, as you all know, has been dominating a lot of the races in his category.
Yep.
And so it's just to
Yeah.
get that going, no?
This is a great experience. It's
Yeah, and
definitely-
from there again, they'll probably send reports and say these are what, and it helps because then you put things in place for not only them but for the other riders who are within their category. So
Eh.
that's the objective. It's road racing and track
Excellent.
that they'll be exposed to at that point in time.
Now, is this is this funded by UCI or by any cycling body?
Yes, UCI, they being at the venue, but getting here is what we have to get. So
Okay.
this one we had to, as I said, we were in meeting with Olympic this week because we've been asking how, and we want our riders. This is an important one.
I think so.
This is the most important one on my end.
Mhm.
While the others, yes, it helps us to inform, but here with these riders going here, it helps us to get them exposed, the
Sure.
exposure for them, because now these are the riders that we're looking at to fine tune as they go along to the 2028 Olympic.
Perfect. Sounds good. Excellent. And I want to again congratulate you guys and your team on the roadmap for cycling here in Belize. I think laid out like this. I don't think I've seen anything similar. Have you done this? Seen anything similar to this?
No, I know that.
There are other races coming up. I mean, we know that every year we go to the Caribbean Championship.
Mhm.
We hope that we can still go,
Sure.
and
Yep. And then there's another race coming up. That's good. There's another race coming up. Tour, Quintana Roo Tour.
yeah, I think Mr. Glenn had shared that information, and if we can get into that, I mean, I believe we have that yet, but right now our focus was all these that came right up on our door, and trying to figure,
Yeah.
it has been a lot of headache because I'm trying to get, making sure that we can participate, and again, as I said, it's a way for us to know where we're going to be, how we are going to move for the next 4 years. Well, hopefully we're there, but at least the next 2 years that we set the foundation. Whoever, if we are going to be there, or if someone else new, that they can continue.
Yeah.
That's the objective.
Yep.
I think we've been always starting from scratch, but we are hoping that we can set the foundation that whoever takes over or whatever continues
Yeah.
on that path.
I like it. Like I said, there's definitely a nice roadmap. There's a criteria that the riders are selected by. So if you are a cyclist, what you need to do. If that's important to you, no. And then you have this roadmap. Like I said, just the early communication. I would force you guys to maybe commit to. This is a platform that Andrew.
The problem we had is that just last week we learned about this one.
Sure.
So again, it goes back, you wanted to do this, and then you have to change because you have to find the resources. That's what I'm saying. This we learned like 2 weeks after cross country. This one we learned, the other one we learned, I think, when we were discussing this as a group. Erson shared this, I shared the information about that Copas sent. We thought when this was shared, it was supposed to be around the 23rd of June. So okay, we have some time, bam.
Yep.
Erson says, no, I have the information, it's the 429th, so it was like,
Quickly. But,
Again.
you know, and then you have this now, next year, you'll
An idea.
be more in front of it,
Yeah.
obviously, because,
Yeah.
you know.
Start,
Yeah.
yeah.
So this is good, like I said, and
so no have an idea, and as I said, it starts for next 4 years.
excellent.
So we can
Awesome.
plan better, find sponsorship, as you said, if you know any corporate body that wants to sponsor us, and we will start look at the either the t-shirts or jerseys that they can go, because now that's something that you can go with, having the logos of these corporate bodies going out, to be out there in those big games.
Great opportunity for
Yeah.
tourism, right? BTB. could
Exactly,
be,
yeah.
And as a wheel turn,
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
of course.
Me-
as a wheel turn,
Me and Jeff, basically are good friends on top now.
Yeah.
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 Very
Well,
good.
I tell you, definitely, it was nice having you on the show tonight. I know
Thank
take
you.
a time up, but at least, the fans get
To understand.
they understand. Because a lot of time when people understand,
Then
they
they-
ask questions, but, when they
Yeah.
hear it live and direct, they understand.
Yeah.
Because everything in a process. Like the way they said, just a process.
Well, like I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I am kind of overworked and basically on up here because I have my full time and that right now
I know.
got me a lot. So
I
it's
know
at
how
the
you
night, and I'm also doing a training for my work. So it's like treating heavy things I have on my hand, cycling, my work, and a training that I'm doing. Yeah.
Too much, yeah.
Yeah, but
Excellent.
I mean, I'll get through it. I'm
Yeah.
soon done. So
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Well, thank you very much for
No
taking a
problem.
trip down here. And again, I'd like to say a big thank you to the Current Cycling Federation of Belize. You can't make everybody happy, but you guys are doing a good job. And again, I've not seen anything as comprehensive as this.
Can I answer
Jen?
two things? I think I had earlier sent out the cycling calendar. Just let me quickly say the first. The Pomona community is having a day,
Yeah, we did
and
mention that. Mhm.
that's coming up. So I will be sending that information. I was hoping they would have updated their flyer, but I don't think so. But as soon as I get they don't have all the prizes there will be station prizes. So I'll get those as soon as I get that. I'll share, but I'll share the flyer they sent me that needs to be adjusted. So please don't take the flyer, but know that there's an event on the first. It starts from Bowafan for the elite to Dangriga and finish back in Pomona, and for the junior and women, it's from Blue Hole to Dangriga and back to Pomona, and then we're doing for the youth, as I had discussed with you. So it's gonna be from Pomona to Dangriga and back. So that's all about 21 miles.
Excellent.
The Cancer Society is doing a men awareness, health awareness ride. It's awareness, and they're trying to bring men, bring highlight to men, encourage them to live a healthy lifestyle, as well as going and doing their necessary checks to avoid learning too late about it. We know that men don't like to go to doctors because they're supermen, and but at times, so when they learn about any issue they have, it's kind of at a late stage. So it's a men awareness, and we invite everybody aside from this male cyclists and even men, and they want to invite just anybody who ride a bike, especially men, to come and join. And you can bring the kids, like how you brought Drew the other day.
What date is that?
It's just it's on the 8th. Yeah,
Is that
I'll
June?
send the flyers
Okay.
then later, and it goes from their office by Belize Elementary, come the northern, go over Chetamal, and it's just like around the Link Road and back to Belize City.
All right, perfect.
Excellent. So,
And then finally, he's asking about the finishing at the track. I had a couple weeks back a meeting or a discussion with the
Sports Council?
the director of Sports Council. She said they're looking at it, and I said, then can we be consulted in reference to but I think they are already doing their stuff, and I know she said that everything is with the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing, MIDH, that they are already looking at getting proposal for the repair to the track.
Yeah.
This is why I did this, because summer is coming, and I don't want to be responsible for nobody's child. Being out on the highway, something happened there. I see you're having race. I know that the track is not the perfect, and I know you're doing out there. But at the end of the day, if we go and do it and something happened, then it'll be, you guys know,
Yeah.
So we want to maintain that. We would love to do it. I've been following up, and unfortunately, we don't know when they're going to be doing that repair, but they said that they have gotten funding or set aside funding to repair the truck.
So it's
and I'm
something-
asking that
yeah.
we can be part of that process to ensure what is done would meet the standards, at least a minimum standards of the cycling, for cycling.
Safety standards.
Yeah.
And it's so to answer the question, it is something in the pipeline and it's coming. Letty, we want to thank you very much. We have to jump to break, but we want to thank you very, very much for coming on.
No
I think it's
problem.
been very valuable for you to kind of explain, you know, everything that's going on around cycling on these trips. ORDONEZ?
Yeah, man. Thank you, Let. We
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate that you drop in, you know, and short notice and give us your news. So I don't know if you want to say big up to anybody before you leave.
My kids, my 2 girls, always support me.
All right,
They always
yes.
get abandoned. Fortunately, one is older to handle the next one, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
no. I want to say thank you to the team, the rest of the executive and the others who are giving the support from the sideline and don't like to be mentioned because they find that, I mean, I have to say, cycling it's not appreciative. The fans or even the members are not an appreciative member, no? So people say, I want to help, but I don't want to be out there because I don't want nobody to cuss me out because that is what our membership and our some of our membership and the fans.
Not anymore though, because now with the platform, you guys are going to be in front of the public and they know exactly what we're doing and everything going to be
But just
transparent.
to say, we have an extension of people who are helping, and I have to say we're trying our best, and we make mistake. We will make mistake because nobody is perfect. But what we are trying to do is to develop this sport of cycling, and it's for the Belize, to have our riders be able to enjoy, and from there use it as a platform to like what you see with some of the sport, you get a scholarship to go to continue the education and as well as the opportunity to make it a job.
Right.
How it's been, different things. but we're trying to develop it for everyone, not for us, but for everyone. So,
Excellent.
right? So thank you, and thanks to the fans and everybody, and especially our corporate sponsors, because you know, there's a small group that we keep going back to, and you know, I think some of them do it because they love the sport as well. So,
Right, yeah.
you know,
Takes me.
so thank you all, and
Alright.
thanks Andrew, and thanks.
Thanks again.
Alright.
Yeah,
You're always welcome.
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Folks, we go to a break. I want to come back to giveaways.
I mean, say, hear me now. This is a Soul Fire production. Soul Fire production. Soul Fire
As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with ORDONEZ. So yes, I sit and watch as the wheel turns. My bike is where I get my thrill. Up and down, riding through the hills. I have no fear as I climb and change my gear. Through the valley so steep, now we on the street. Yeah. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with ORDONEZ. So yes.
I mean, say, hear me now. This is
welcome back, folks.
To the 130th edition.
You saw time fly. We are kind of talk about we talk about nutrition and what tonight?
So we had a little tech segment we're gonna do, and we have decided that nutrition, being with the all this heat wave that we're getting, we're gonna talk about hydration.
Yeah.
But we're gonna postpone that until next week,
Yeah,
because I know the audience they're looking forward to
The
the
prize.
giveaways, tons of fun stuff, a lot of fun stuff, Bibles and
You have a question? You have the questions?
yes, we have the questions. So questions courtesy of Mr. Elston Wade Jr. You want to start with number 1?
Yeah. So
Take it away, sir.
so what we give you for that? We give you
Your call. We got gloves.
we have a bottle and one socks.
Okay, cool.
And this is for the Briseno and the unknown person. So one bottle and one socks. And the first question reads, who was one of the greatest cyclists who won cross-country race and his little 26 bike?
His little 6 bike.
Oh, his little 6 bike. Oh, okay.
Little 6. I guess little 6 was the brand.
Oh, okay, see. Not
Yeah.
even me know about that. But
Yeah, who was one of the greatest cyclists who won the cross-country races? So he won cross-country races on little 6.
Easy question. And you win yourself the beautiful bottle
Bottle and socks.
Socks. Where the socks there? From Mr. Unknown. Oops.
We gotta thank this anonymous donor here every week.
Yeah.
So this is the anonymous
And the
socks guy, no?
we said don't call it already. Don't call it names already.
We don't have socks in here.
The socks there. The socks in the one thing anyway. I get the socks.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Ring the bell yet or no?
over the belly.
Right there. Who was one of the greatest cyclists who won cross-country races on his little 6 bike?
Pair of socks.
So yeah, guys, we already mentioned the names of the guys who've been selected. That's going to represent the Pan Am Games. We'll just say it quick again: Carlton Robinson, Oscar Quiros, Derek Chavarria, Jaden Gonzalez.
Ashton Gill.
Khadijah Francis.
That's the correct.
Yes, Ashton Gill, and she won water bottle.
Water bottle and a pair of socks.
Wow, they're nice.
So big up the Briseno family and the unknown donor for the prize.
Excellent. Cool. Our second question, Donis, is what year was the first Santino's Cycle Classic, which was held on Albert and Regent Street? The year, the first ever Santino's Cycling Classic held on Albert and Regent Street.
And I win this beautiful gloves.
Gloves.
Given by the Briseno family. So repeat that question again.
What year was the first Santino's Cycle Classic, which was held on Albert and Regent Street?
So that's the year I have to give and
Just
win
the,
that.
yep.
This nice gloves. I want gloves bad, boy. But I'm impressed with one of the young man, Leroy Mackenzie. The man almost rode all the way to Alton Han back last Sunday.
Oh, yeah. They, is that young kid, no?
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell, Donis. You got the bell.
Oh,
Keith Anderson, my band.
Anderson back in the circles.
That's what's his name, Dad, right?
Yeah, Darren Dad. Yeah.
Darren, yeah, Keith, my
So
buddy
folks,
Keith.
remember pick up a prize. Don't spike shop. So put this aside.
1985 gloves, yes, Keith. All right, so Khadijah won the first prize. We're making note of that. Khadijah Francis, first prize, second prize, Keith Anderson. Who was the Belizean cyclist who won the Tour de Merida in 1990 and again in 1997, and also won the Ciudad del Carmen race in 1996?
And a person who win a Bible and a pair of socks.
Belizean cyclist, Tour de Merida winner, 1990 and 1997, and Ciudad del Carmen race, 1996.
What is socks? Next socks.
Next sucks.
So that's something about.
Huh?
So now we're on Bible and our socks.
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell.
Turhan Solis.
Turhan Solis.
Aye. You got the bell at Dones?
Oh, I got the bell. That Turhan might give me the ball now, too. Thank you, Turhan. He may give me the ball. No, that.
Big up. This guy keeps coming up over and over. He was probably I want to guess a decent cyclist through there.
Turhan?
No.
This main guy.
Yeah, this Ernestine Jamin.
Jamin, yes.
You okay? You okay, Drew?
Huh?
You okay?
Boy, Jamin, my bad.
Okay,
The golden boy.
You don't make questions. He not the answer to.
Yeah, that's true.
Man rough, Drew.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ernest.
Big up the main family.
My teacher may ask me to write to a paper for who I believe that the Belizean hero.
Mm-hmm.
And I write my paper for Ernest Main, and he tell me if you make Igan outside the box, everybody pick Michael Jordan, this one, but I pick one
Local hero, yeah.
Right, so the man said, for that alone I get points.
Wicked.
No mind, I'm spell everything wrong, but
Yeah.
the man may like me angle where I come from.
Yeah.
So, Jamin has always been somebody of the delight in a cyclist to DWAYNE Three Boys.
Yes, man. He made
That's crazy too. That's crazy too. Like so, at a young age, you recognize that. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Love that perspective there.
And he had that aura, boy. He may like look like
Yeah.
Jordan and everybody to be like, he had
Yeah.
that presence.
Yeah, yeah. And
Bali.
it's sad how he lost his life, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but I mean, man, I should have more respect for that man as a hero, like.
Yep.
And I think what we need to do, which I am committed to, and I've been saying this, and like when I'm bigging up Jamin, I never met him, but I understand the history. We need to do that more.
Yes,
with our
ma'am.
cyclists, like, Charlie Lewis again, 3-time cross country. Look at some good man, doing this, riding a whole career, and not coming in the top 10. This man won it 3 times.
3 times.
So you have to,
Unbelievable.
yeah, that wicked Drew, you have to recognize that, and then guys, this should be recognized, and we'd love to get him on the show, just for, give the man some flowers and say,
Is he a company show?
yes, man, definitely.
Come
So,
on.
like I said, and like, Jamin keep coming up, always conversation, Jamin is
Well, say what?
So,
What? Understand what? I think-
respect.
Say, I think they have question hard.
No, it's
Why?
a
Look, no, the questions they hard, but the cycling public, they are very knowledgeable
Then
group.
study now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so who win that?
Turhan Solis.
Turhan
Turhan
Solis, yeah,
Solis.
yeah.
Next repeat winner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Allen Kelman give me battle. I use a battle. The road Sunday. Allen, I must tell you too that your little nephew. I think where you know again. I can't remember my name. 13 years old. I can't remember my name.
Give me a name, Marlon. Your nephew name.
Not a John. I can't remember my name good. But that kid there, 13 years old and rode good. He ride in all the way to Moscow and come back.
Oh, yeah, well,
and he right there with the field.
But not only that, guess what? I carried him on the front with me, with the pace.
All right, see?
Yes, so like, the headwind, coming down to tongue, I got like 16, 17, and the pace smooth. I mean,
Yes.
smooth. I did the whole time until I said, okay, let's pull off together. So
Yes, man.
he's going to be a good cyclist.
Definitely gonna be a good cyclist.
Very good cyclist. And
So
I
must-
apologize, I forgot his name, but and again, that's where support, because I see his mom always,
Support her.
So keep supporting that kid, and be another champion. Donis, you want to take the last question?
All right, the last question. I'm going to give for the last question. You get a Bible, or next Bible, and a
Water bottle again, or?
water bottle.
We have a lot of water bottles, so
So the last
again,
question.
courtesy of the Briseño family
Family.
and Ordones Bike Shop for the
Yeah,
Bible.
yeah. So the last question. Name the Belizean cyclist who won the bronze medal in the 1997 Central American Games in TT, which was held in Honduras.
Yeah, that's a big.
else don't say, and Charlie broke the cross country record every time.
He did, yes, he did, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
respect, big.
so the last
And
question-
the man definitely should get,
His followers,
yes,
every
definitely.
time we try to bring Uncle Charlie
Yeah.
on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
So let me repeat the question again. Name the Belizean cyclist who won the bronze medal in the 1997 Central American Games in the time trial, individual time trial, which was held in Honduras, give the name of that rider.
Yep.
You don't ride anymore, but you have affiliates to, you have family members.
Don't
Ring a bell.
Ring the bell. What's up?
Tishibu, Ian Smith.
Ian Smith
Nice.
is the character. I wonder who teach Tishibu. I wonder how Tishibu get all the information from.
I know, right?
Tishibu sharp.
Tishibu must have affiliation with some current good cyclists.
Well, you know what happened? The team I ride with, Alliance United, definitely they tear up the tarmac right now, but they're the number one
So
team.
if you get Mr. Makolok on the show, so
Yes, definitely Mr. Makolok. After invite Mr. Makolok doing an awesome job with that team. The guys really, you know, I remember when I first mentioned that the bike shop that Makolok, that the coach at Alliance, some wise person said, who are Mr. Makolok? I said, well, no, you know who Mr. Makolok, right? he bring out champions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it's amazing, right? Some guys we really not know or hear about, and they have the results, right? They don't talk a lot. They have the results. And the guys who talk a lot, they don't get the results, right? So it's amazing to see that. So great job again by Mr. Mokolok and the United Alliance squad. But again, Belizean in 1997, guys, won the Central American Games bronze medal, right? So at the top 3. Podium, big, on a big individual time trial. Big up Ian Smith.
Ian Smith is the uncle of young Gabby Gabriel and Goran Gabriel.
Yes.
So for the fans who know who that Ian Smith, again repeat, Ian Smith, awesome rider in his time. He used to ride for the Smiling cycling team.
Yeah.
Ian was, you know, he represent Belize, the world champion too, you know. Yeah, he became a world champion, I remember.
And Ian, I think one of the questions, Ian won the Tour of Belize or something like that before, the Tour of Belize or the Coca-Cola Tour, I believe.
I don't remember.
It was a big tour though that he won. That was one of the questions from a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but we want to thank each and everyone who won prizes, all the people who get prizes. Thank you for supporting the show, supporting cycling, and we hope to continue to support it. Without you guys, we're not able to do this, and we're not able to make the show possible. So I want to thank each and sponsor. Just before I close, I want to stream.
What do you mean it's time to, we get this sign?
Yeah, we got to wrap up.
Already?
We're out of time, eh? Man,
Man, it's been a fun show, man.
Yeah,
Lex, you want to stay longer, Lex?
Yeah.
Our technical guy, he cut me off. No.
So I'll be streaming 3 races over this weekend. I will be doing the Syria race, the Weekend Warriors race on Sunday morning, and in the afternoon I go direct to the Marion Jones to stream the kids race.
Oh, remember we got prize that I'm giving.
Right, yes. I think Elson Siang a prize too.
Okay.
If anybody, any business houses want, they could contact me, 608-3290, if you want to be part of the sponsor for the live, because you know I need for payment drivers, then get gas by data.
Yeah.
So anybody they could contact me and support the cause. No? We want to bring all the things live.
For sure, absolutely. I mean, there's always an expense to these things, right?
So there's a cost. So.
People are enjoying what you do, and you're doing it obviously not for the money, but there's actually a cost associated with it, and rightfully so. We don't think that you should be eating those costs week in and week out. But thanks for doing it, and continue doing it. So, our viewers, reach out to this man. He's doing a noble service here. Reach out to him and find out what you need to bring these races to us. Hit him up at the shop. We know how to find Andrew.
Yes, man. Wow, Kevin Logan, food. So we get a make sure you give me pizza pie, right?
Of course, yes, man, of course.
And tonight we have salpicon and we have
Shrimp ceviche.
Shrimp ceviche. So we're going to munch up directly. Thank you, Kevin Logan. Big up yourself.
Somebody else know my birthday tomorrow, man. Guys are like, well, pie. 2 of my favorite things, ceviche, shrimp ceviche and pies.
But Miss Debs Stingboy.
I'd win.
Miss Debs Stingboy.
Thanks,
so,
man. Thanks.
So I have to big up Miss Debs.
Thanks,
Miss
Miss
Debs.
Debs.
Yeah. So, folks, in closing, big up people's.
Yes. Thanks a lot again. Thanks to the viewing public. The 130th edition of this show. Thanks to you guys for making this possible. That the commitment. I know you know that the studio moved to Boom. you guys drive up here.
Yes, I drive up.
With a smile on your face, Lex, you know. I mean, and everybody have a family, everybody have things what they do. You know, Lex the bake pie, and he need plan show, and he have to drive come up here and then go back and, you know, probably bake more pies or curves.
So the boy name is Tayan.
Yeah,
Okay.
here, all right, yes. Thanks, Candice, thanks. That young man will be very, I mean, it show how committed he is, he's consistent. I'm really proud of the young man. And so, as a person for calling and telling that young man there, continue to push on, keep up the good job. He just started the other day, and he's definitely making marks. I could see that he would be a future cycling star. So, Tayon, keep up the good job.
He looks good on his bike too. Good, good cadence and everything. Yeah. But thanks guys. You guys have commitment. George, you work must about 3, 4, 5 jobs, and still every week, man, got the screen set up with everything we need. So thanks to you guys. Like I said, I mean, when I hear this repeated, that's gratitude for me. You know, I just thank everyone to be a part of this and giving us a platform to spread the right message, right? Support these kids who are working hard. Thanks to everyone who support me and support this initiative. It's just gonna get bigger and better with more guests. You guys watch, follow us, subscribe, like. You know, let's get this thing up to live. My goal, 1,000 viewers live during the show.
Okay.
That's my goal, and I think that's very doable. So that's it, man. Thanks a
Yes,
lot.
man,
Good night, guys.
Yeah. In closing, I want to thank each and everybody here, DU, Lex, George, the entire family, our guest, Miss Inlet. I want to thank everybody who support the show, all the fans who tune in. We definitely want to push this kids thing big, so Sunday afternoon we ask family to come out, bring out your kids, you know, all the bike with the straight and but the family provide. We have them out at the stadium. We have all the we have the numbers now, so we could show the laps for Mr. Lincoln Phillips out of
nice.
New Hampshire, right?
Nice.
He gave us some nice thing.
Like a flip.
Yeah, flip one, right?
Okay,
Exactly.
nice.
We used it in our race before. We
Yes.
have the bell for ring the lap for Mr. Kevin Logan. So, you know, all the people. We definitely want to thank a few people who have already. This is before when we decide to have the race. Some people done give some prize, little bit of states. Mr. Raymond, thank you. The Stuart and Roberto family. One unknown person who gave some Gatorade. Miss Rita Thompson. We have the Myers family out of Los Angeles. One big up Kaya Katus and the Sporting Council for make we have the Marian Jones. And fans are still could reach out to people still could reach out to we are post up all the people who help sponsor give prizes because as like we said, we can't have nothing without the sponsors, and we want to thank them. And we definitely want to show the kids now that, you know, they are the next generation, and that's the reason why we push for the next generation. You know, we have people who want to replace us, so we want the next generation. We want a bright future in cycling.
Yeah, providing a good outlet for for all the energy they have.
Exactly.
Positive outlet. Yeah.
Right.
Thanks, Sandra.
So when I come out Sunday afternoon and cheering, I remember Saturday morning, God Spare Life, I'll be bringing the Series race live to you. Sunday morning, the Weekend Warriors race, and then Sunday afternoon, I'll be at the stadium again, bringing live action. So thank you, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Like again, my immediate family, last but not least, at home, my beautiful wife. You know, take care of Mr. D. Wade, bringing up all the niceties, and take care of me. Next week, we have.
Thanks for the birthday greetings.
Yes,
guys.
man.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, next week, another great show again. So stay tuned in. Have a blessed, safe night to each and everyone. Be safe. Share love. Have a nice interview with Mr. Manto. So I'll feature that soon. Share love with each and everyone, and keep this thing going. Thank you. We are out.
Good night.
As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live we turn.